Hello all of you awesome people out there, and welcome back to another super awesome and mega wicked cool video done by myself, Disowned Hero, and I am back in my Omen here doing abyssal dead spacey things. Now I have run 6 of the calm sites now, and I've kept all the loot separate here in my little Astero. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how much all this is worth. We'll go off the G to sell prices and then halve it, because I've run 6 sites, 20 minutes a piece, that's roughly 2 hours work. We'll halve it and see exactly how much we earned per hour. But first we need to open up the Triglavian data vaults. In case you don't know, some of the kind of nodes in the abyss will allow you to swap 6 of these survey things for one of the vaults, which is like a little loot box. I have no idea what's in them, so we'll open them and add it to the goodies here. Once we've done that, I'll be taking this Omen here, which I have changed the fit slightly, thanks to you guys commenting down below telling me just to swap a few things out. Yeah, I've changed the fit, I'll go through it in a minute, and we'll be taking this into the level 2 sites to see how it performs there. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between the level 1 and level 2s, but we'll soon find out. So first we need to open these. I'm not sure if I can open them all together, but I'm going to give it a go. Triglavian Trine, that's a mouthful, isn't it? A data vault was obtained by importing Triglavian, blah blah blah. If you want to read that, you can do. I'm just going to click open containers. Unable to, since it's not within. Oh, okay, that's right. So I need to move it out of my little holding ship here into my item hanger. Find them again. There they are. Open them here. It's a bit of a shame because now everything's going to get mixed up with my stuff here, but I'm pretty sure I'll find it anyway. I'm just going to open all. No, it's going to open them all one at a time. So let's have a look what we're actually getting out of these. We're getting more surveys, so I put 6 in to get this, so I'm getting 7 back. And a data stream. Don't know what that is. Let's see if we can find it. It should be at the bottom. There we go. So, not market details. Sorry, we'll get to that bit in a minute. Let's have a look at what this thing actually does. Whoop. 3 tactical something or other. That doesn't really tell us anything. Part of a data stream volume. Okay, so it doesn't seem to do anything, so I'm just going to work it on the market. If you guys know what some of this stuff does, maybe I should be keeping hold of it, then please let me know, because at the moment I don't really know what any of it does, and I'm just going to sell it to the highest bidder. So let's open the next one. This might take a while, so I might fast forward it and stop if I actually hit anything good. We've got another one of them things, and 9 of our data survey things back, so it's definitely worth so far swapping your survey sheets for these vaults. Keep going. Okay, and we'll open up the last one here, and we have another data streamy thing and some more surveys. So some were below the 6, which is what I paid for, and some are above. So let's just move this one down here together. Okay, so they haven't stacked anyway. Button, there we go. Problem when you have too much stuff. I need to make a cheater run, to be honest. Right, so we've got quite a few of these. No idea again what they are, so if you guys do know what they are, then leave a comment down below and let me know. Now, we had 11 vaults, which means I paid 66 of these survey databases, and we've got 59 back. Some were giving me like 9 in the box when I paid with 6, so it was a plus. Some were giving me like 3, so obviously it was a minus. But all in all, let's take all this. Not too bad since we got these sphere things, hopefully they're worth a bit more. I'm going to put everything back in my Astero here. I am then going to list it. I'm going to select it all, and off camera you guys can't see, but I will put a screenshot up. Well, actually type it in first and then I can put a screenshot up. But I'm just going to simply go to Eve Appraisal Price Check, type it all in here. I actually copied it. And submit it. So the sell price for all of this good stuff in Jita is 45 million. So have a look here. Everything does have a price except for this. This does not seem to have a price on it. But I don't think the light scoped entropic disintegrators are worth much anyway. So if we go off the price here of 45 million, divide that in half, so that's what, 22.5, that's 22.5 million per hour. So I wouldn't say it was too good, to be honest. It's fun running them, and just so you know, if you do run one, you can buy like one calm firestorm filament. When you activate it, obviously it disappears, but during each site I always got another one of these, if not more. As you can see, I've got quite a few there. But yeah, you always get at least one back of what you've just used, so you can buy one and just keep reusing it over and over and over again, which is good. Yeah, so that is, I'm going to keep all this stuff actually here. That is the calm sites done and dusted. So let's go over the fit here. I will link the fit in the description below. It's pretty much the same as before, except for I think I've swapped a few things out here. I've got the microwarp, Stasis Webifier, and the tracking. I've got the 1600, so I've got a bigger plate on there. I've got two of these Energized adaptive nano membranes. I got rid of me rep because, as someone pointed out, it wasn't needed during the fights, so there was no point having it. I'm now using a buffer fit. I've got two heatsinks there, damage controls before, and I think the rigs are the same, but this fit's been working out pretty well for me. I think I've once come close to coming out of armor, and that was in the last site I ran. But to be honest, I've been completing these sites with no problems whatsoever. My biggest issue at the moment is time. Destroying everything fine, but since this isn't cap stable if I open the simulation, even if I turn all of this off, this is not cap stable. When this thing's on, going from node to node, so collecting the loot and then getting to the gate is taking me a bit longer than it should. So maybe I can take, I don't know, something off here and make my cap a bit better. But honestly, it seems to be doing okay, so I'm not too worried about that. Drones, I have swapped my drones for the Republic Fleet Valkyries, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I got the multi-frequency, and I am using conflagration, pretty sure that's how you say that. I got rid of the Scorch because, to be honest, things were coming too close to me by the time I actually loaded the Scorch. They were on top of me, so I got rid of all that. So that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this into the... I have too much stuff. I'm going to take this into the next level, so level 2, which is... the agitated. I've gone for the firestorm again, so I'll be taking the same loss in tier 2. Same loss in my armor, in my thermal resistance, but I'll be getting the bonus to the armor HP, so that's exactly what this ship is kind of fitted for. So I'm going to grab myself just one of them. Yeah. I'm going to head out, and we're going to activate it and see what's inside. I have no idea how many rooms there are, I have no idea what's going to be facing me. I have no idea if this is even possible in this ship. I know a lot of people are using Gillers, but I don't like the Giller. Mainly because I can't fly it. So we'll just see how we get on in this. So give me a sec. Here we are in a little safe spot, well out of the way of anything, because I was having trouble actually activating these things. You have to be 2,000 kms off structures and stuff. So I've just done a simple safe. Here I would like to point out that this ship cost me estimated 38 million. So 2 hours work in the Abyss has only just covered the cost of this ship. So that's how much ISK you're going to be making. So if you're going to be jumping into Abyss sites, don't be spending a billion ISK on ships, unless you're going obviously for the lot higher tiers and better loot, because it's going to take you a lifetime to get that cost back. So let's just simply activate this one now and give it a quick read. I'm pretty sure it's still only cruiser size that can go in them. Cruiser size. So I think all of them are going to be cruiser sized. I'm not sure about level 5, like the max ones. Still only have 20 minutes, and everything here looks pretty much the same. Jumping in, I've got myself a little custom overview here, even though it does say mine and it's not. I've changed it, so I haven't changed the name. Right, so first room, and yeah, I can see we have a lot more things here. So I've got two. I don't know what I'm looking at for. 2 towers which are going to destroy my drones. I need to stay at 40 kms away from them. You don't activate until you get 40 kms away from them. I need to put this on just for one. I need to change this to multi-frequency just because it has better tracking. I need to activate this. Let's pick this one first and start firing away. So it's going to be time based thing. I'm going to be a little bit shorter on time just because obviously we've got a lot more targets now. But I'm pretty sure we should be okay. Soon find out. If we lose this ship, it's not a big deal. It just means I'll have to go for something a bit snazzier. But I'm pretty sure if this level 2 sites are needing a better fitted ship, then you should, in theory, CCP, if you're listening, be getting better loot. I'll make it quiet over here because it's pretty much the same as the tier 1 so far. I'm keeping an eye on these. I don't want to go too close to them, otherwise I have to call my drones in. I'm already into armor and I don't have a rep, so maybe yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It should be okay. Drones, you weren't actually attacking, but I was attacking, so oh. Pull this one in just because it's being targeted, let it heal up a little bit. Cloud penalty to shields. I'm not using shields anyway, so it's not a big deal. I have noticed that there are sort of, unless you like zoomed right out, these like clouds and stuff do actually affect bonuses on your ship, like penalties to your mass and all that kind of stuff, but nothing too hectic. I'll put this one back in now as well since he's been targeted. I'm just going to pull them straight back out again. Hopefully I kept activating me web. Might help me hit things. This is not looking good since we're in the first room and I'm already down to 50%. Armor. All we can do is keep going. There's no way of turning back now. We're in. That is it. I'm screwing up here, not blocking things up. It's actually quite hard to talk. I think I've said this before. It's very hard to talk and actually do this kind of stuff. You start making a few simple mistakes like there. I should have targeted the one that was a bit closer, but I didn't. Alright, so how are we doing for time? So for time, I'm actually doing fine, so I'm going to go for all of these. And this is where I usually start running into issues with cap. Not that too much. Well, until it starts completely running out anyway. And the next one, so well, I'll try and fast forward as much as I can here. I might even just jump to the last room or until I die. Let's see how I get on. I've just accidentally triggered one of these things. But what that'll do now is that basically will just start nailing, as you can see, the crap out of my drone. So you are best pulling them in if you get too close to these things. It's not worth keeping them out. You're just going to lose them. They're not as effective anyway. But they seem to miss like every shot and they're slow moving, so just call them your drones back if they do get stuck in these. I imagine if you are trying to run these sites in like a drone boat, they could be quite annoying. But now I'm not within 40, I can pull them back out again. Simply use them as normal. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, I'm not being stingy on my ammunition. It's just I'm trying to preserve my cap and obviously shooting these off losers a little chunk. I need to keep as much cap as we can so I can keep my speed up. Hence, I'm even turning it off before I get there so I can just kind of drift in. That's how much you kind of need your cap on this, like your speed wise anyway. That is the last one, and I was just about to say actually that's not all of these always drop loot, which is a bit of a pain. That one didn't. I've done one room which they were spread out like this, so like 100 km away, about 4 of them all together. Not one of them had any loot in, which was a bit of a pain. But the calm sites, the level 1 sites, they are quite easy. I think there's only 2 where I started to run out of time, and that was like when I first started doing them, because I ran into battleships and I only had small drones, and I didn't have conflagration with me, so I really wasn't prepared to run into anything bigger than frigates in them. But since I've like refitted and got a little bit of knowledge, I have not struggled doing any of these sites in this ship. Let's go on to room 2. I'm hoping there is only 3 rooms still. We are a third into the time, so we're near enough bang on target. Last room, well, you can be short on time in the last room. I haven't noticed the difference in loot between the rooms. These just seem to be random throughout. It's not like the last room has better loot than the first. So when you do get to the last room, if you do only have like 2 minutes left, just simply obviously jump out. I've only again had to leave 1 node unopened due to time, so it's really not. Right, so I have nothing here to worry about drones wise, so let's just start coming out, locking these things up, getting my drones on them, and start nailing them. This is a glitch I've noticed a few times. My ship's still firing even though I'm not actually firing. Alright, so this is starting to eat into our time a little bit. Close again. Grab him. There we go. Is he coming closer? I really want to be able to get him, but obviously not to be. Right, you're right next to me, and we will quickly access you as well. So these are the things here that you can put the your data sheets or your surveys into to the like kind of loot boxes out of the vaults. Got a feeling that we've not made this one, just not down to time. I think more down to my ship going to explode. Right, so it'll open up with that. We simply click accept, and you can see it's took 6, and it's give us one of them, so we cancel that. And now we can just simply follow it up, get some more extra goodies out of it. Go to a little bit further away from the gate. Fixing the first room, cruising in the second. I'm hoping that it's just random and there's not going to be battleships, because they can be quite time consuming to destroy. This is what I mean by my capacitor is running out. It takes me a while now to slow burn around. One, friends, back. Also be aware that you don't clip through these, you do bounce off them, so you have to manually navigate around sometimes. Can be a pain. Most of these so far have actually been pointing at least towards the centre of the room, but I have seen them on the back, and it can take, again, time to go around and get them. What's it at there? On 6 minutes, we are starting to be pushed for time. But like I said, the last room, we can't just simply leave any loot if we don't have time to pick it up, as long as we try and get out. Okay, because obviously, in case you don't know, if this was the first video or the first time you've ever looked at these sites, when this timer runs out, if you are not out of all of these rooms, and the only way to get out, by the way, is to go through each room, then everything implodes. You lose your ship, you lose your pod, you lose any implants you've had, you lose the lot. So it's in your best interest to just, if you need to, leave all loot and everything behind, just blow up the ships to get through the rooms so you can get out. This would be the third room. Now if this was a level 1 site, this would be the final room. With it being a level 2, I'd imagine it'll still only have 3 rooms, because otherwise by that logic the level 5 would have like 8 rooms or something, wouldn't it? So hopefully what have we got in here? Okay, so we've got a mixture now of frigs and cruisers. Again, we have nothing here to worry about in terms of things blowing up by drones, the towers, that's the word I'm looking for. Frigates aren't actually too bad because they come close enough for me to like slow them down. I can pop them. I'm also being... Can't nuke. Who's doing that? You're doing that. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't actually know how many hit points I have in structure, but I'm guessing it's not a lot. So we might be going down here. Really, I want to take these out since these are the ones doing most of the damage. Ah, I could have sworn I got the flipping. I could have sworn I got the flipping stasis off on him. Can I? Ah, he's being repped. Okay, that's a new one. Got close enough as well. Gonna be a close one if we do get it. Bones, I'm gonna keep you out, I need the damage. We're going down, we are going down. I don't want to go down. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was only just, I would say, just not possible. I mean, even if we did manage to kill these last 2 frigates, you know, it would have been, you know, we still would have been in structure. Now, I don't really know what happens here, because I don't think I can escape. Can I escape? No, I'm pretty sure I just have to, yeah, the gate's still closed, so I have to self-destruct here. So, self-destruct. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to actually attempt this again in this video, but I will quickly just see if I can get a fit sword. I've got to wait 2 minutes. Can these things not just shoot me? I will see if I can quickly actually just get a fit together, which I think might work. Cap seems to be a big issue in these level 2 rooms. We are now being muted as well, so I don't think an active tank would be the way to go. Let's go for fitting. Keep clicking the same button. I want this one. I'm going to stick with a mark because that's what I'm kind of good at. I don't think a drone boat. Drone boats would be possible, but I don't think it's the way to go again. So if you run into like 2 or 3 of those towers which destroy your drones, you're going to be in trouble. And I have seen rooms which have more than one of them in. Sorry, it's going to be a cruiser, hasn't it? Omen Navy issues. I don't think they're the way to go. A heavy assault cruiser would probably do really well. I'm presuming Tech 2 can go in. If I'm wrong, let me know. Maybe like 20 minutes. I don't really want to take a Legion there just because of the costume, so I would say maybe... Possible range isn't really too much of an issue, to be honest. Like a navy issue, maybe? Wait, bear with me, I'll just quickly whack a fit together and you guys can let me know down below if it would be a good idea or not. Okay, and my pod is about to go. I don't think I had any expensive implants or anything, so we should be okay. I know I am all deaded. Ah well. It happens. Now back to the fit. Alright, so I think I've got a fit together, which I am kind of happy with, but also not happy with at the same time. It's weird trying to fit these ships, because basically you need a ship that can do everything. It needs to be fast so it can get around, it needs to be able to do the damage, it needs survivability, so a bit of a tank on, it needs to be able to hit everything from frigates, destroyers, battleships, and it needs to do it all solo, so it is quite difficult to try and get everything on there. Now, I haven't got any implants in, although I think I had like a 4% one for the CPU for the standard Omen, but for this Navy issue obviously I have no implants in. I am cap stable now. This on, it's about 2 minutes 30, but as long as I manage that I should be okay. I'm trying to think of what other scenario. So the other scenario which we run into is flying around once everything's dead, trying to pop the containers. So with everything off, I do have now 7 minutes with the Microwarpdrive running. I do have a cap thing up here actually, which I might... Oh wait, no, that was a power grid thing, yeah, silly me. Yeah, that's you're just gonna have to let me know what you think of that. So I've got the guns in the top, focus, medium, pulse lasers. I've got the medium nave, so I do have the 13km range because the cruisers especially seem to orbit me at like just over 10. Micro warp drive. I've got my tracking computer, so I can hit the frigates. With both the scripts will be in there, the cargo holder. Stasis Webifier, obviously to grab them, and I did realise about 5 minutes ago that I could actually overheat this thing. Yeah, just that little bit more range, but I didn't think. I always forget to overheat. I mean, just before I went down, I should have just overheated the lot, but I always forget. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Got 1600 steel plates, energized thermal there, which I suppose I could swap out another one of these just to bring that explosive up as well. It does take us over. You know what I mean? It's got to do everything, so I can't compromise now and be like, oh, well, I'll take this off and put an afterburner on because I need the microwave. I can't take this off because I need to be able to hit things. I can't take this off because, again, I need to be able to hit things. I need to be able to slow the frigates down. I can't take the damage off because I need that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going about this wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be focusing on everything. Well, you guys probably know. There's enough of you out there. Go on, have a look at this and let me know what you think. Let's carry on. I've got the so I would have one thermal nano membrane there. Damage control to capacitor, power relay to 2 heat sinks. Try my armor pump, and the current router so I can actually fit all of this. Oh yeah, and down here I do have the Republic Fleet. I go for Republic Fleet by the way just because they're a little bit faster. And I believe, I haven't looked in a while, but I believe the tracking's a bit better as well. Over the others, I don't know, I'll have to look into that. But yeah, let me know what you think of this one. Other than that, that is about it. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, then please hit the like button down below. If you've not already subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so close. So please hit the subscribe. Leave a comment to help me out because I wouldn't say I'm struggling. Obviously, I'm just new to the level 2s. It's a bit of a step up from the level 1s. But yeah, leave a comment if you do have any helpful hints, tips, or advice. And other than that, I'll see you right here very soon in another video. Bye bye. battleships here. These things, they hit quite hard, especially when you warp in 2 at a time next to each other. Let's get the micro warp drive on. I'm going to try and talk as much as I can at the same time. I've not done one of these